Hey everybody, it's Bianca. I am coming online this evening because, obviously we're all still in quarantine and I love you guys so much. And I feel like now is a time more than ever where, people like myself who have the gift of the gab and who have motivational stories, this is a time where we should tell them in hopes that they really uplift other people. Ooh, oh my goodness. I got a campfire going, so sorry, I had to put some lighter fluid in my campfire. And let's just say it gave me light. But anyways, but anyways, my hopes today is that I got a story for you guys that is truly coming from my heart. I haven't revisited this story in a really long time, and I just felt compelled to share it in hopes that it inspires other people to heal with whatever they may be going through. So it's about to get real. It's about to get transparent. And if you're on this feed right now, I want you guys to take some time out, say hello, let everybody know where you're watching this video from, and interact with me because we're going to be chatting and doing all kinds of stuff. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to be working on trying to get my fire a little brighter here because I need this light. Look at my fire, y'all. It's kind of sad. All right, so I'm moving around here. I'm going to try to add some wood to my fire. Let's see if it gives us some light. I don't usually use lighter fluid, to be honest. And the only reason why I am right now is because I don't have a lot of, what do you call that? The small wood that you need to start with to build your fire. I really don't have a lot of that. So anyways, while I'm building this fire, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. Kindling, exactly. Thank you, earthly me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you guys. All right, so tonight what I'm going to share is a personal story from my past. And I'm really proud of this one because it really has helped me heal and be able to experience a true level of happiness and freedom that's just pure. And I want this for you all too. So if hearing my journey inspires somebody, even if it's only one person, I'm happy. So anyways, before I jump into my story, I want to take some time out and to see the comments here because I see you guys. Diamond Dasher says, hey, do you still remember me? Are you the little girl that we met at the airport a couple months ago? Let me know. We meet a lot of people and we invite them to oh wow, hi, yeah, we do remember you. That's crazy. See, that's what happens when you guys interact with us. We remember you guys. Yes, Maya. Oh my goodness. Hi, Maya. Carter's he's in our travel trailer right there. He's right there in his room. He's like playing Fortnite or something right now. I'm gonna make sure I tell him that you joined our video this evening. Hi. It's so cool. So who else is on here? Who else? I see some familiar names, and if you've been following my YouTube closely, I want to let you know that we are great. We're in really good spirits, and we're making some moves here in about 2 weeks, if you know what I mean. Yes. All right, so anyways, I'm going to jump right in. All right, so the story or experience in my life that I want to share today that really has helped me set myself free from a lot of pain that I was suffering through, that I buried for a really long time without even realizing it. It all just built up, and in tough times, that's when it tends to just, it's like a soda being shooken up, or shaken. As soon as you turn off you take off the cap, it's just gonna go everywhere. So some of you that are watching this video, you might be able to relate right now, because right now, oh my goodness, there we go. I don't know what happened. It was like I lost my signal. Let me tell you, this always happens when you're about to do something great or say something great. I swear to you guys. But you just got to keep on going and try not to let anything like continue to interrupt you. Like, you have to just dance with the mess of success, y'all, because I'm telling you, this is part of the process. When you're trying to do something great, obstacles will come to test how faithful you are and how bad you want it. So anyways, moving right along, as I was saying, I'm not exactly sure where the video ended off because it kind of got me caught off guard there. And if you're watching this video later, you're not going to have any idea what I'm talking about. But anyways, okay. So jumping right in. When I was 24 years old, I remember going through this journey where I had ended a really tough relationship like a year prior, and for a year straight I was super depressed, and I lost weight. I became kind of like antisocial, and I remember my dreams felt like they were crushed because the relationship that I was in was like a fairy tale relationship, and it didn't work out, and it really just like it ate me up. And so anyways, that's not the most important relationship that I'm talking about. The relationship that this experience led me to is the healing with my mother and I. And so what happened was, when I was 24 and I experienced about a year of just like being by myself and truly like tuning into who I am, like shout out to Victor, thank you for the super chat. You guys are amazing. I love those little surprises. So anyway, as I was saying, I spent so much time alone, and voices, like little messages, were coming to me that I refer to now as the whispers in your heart. And so, oh my goodness, Mom, my mom is on right now. Hi, Mom. You're amazing. Oh my goodness, Mom, is that you? That's so funny. My mom never joins my feed. She joined a good one today. Oh my goodness, it's my mom. Mom, since when do you watch my YouTube stories? I've never seen you on my channel. This is so funny. How'd you know I was going to be talking about you? Okay, let me stop. Okay, so anyway, this is really cool. This must be like meant to be, because my mom never watches my stuff. Well, at least I don't think she does, or I've never realized she did. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Well, you never say anything, Mom? Okay. So anyway, all right, I'm going to jump into the story. Otherwise, I'll just be talking to my mom all day in this video. Okay. Okay, so anyways, I went through this relationship. I was super depressed. I had a lot of time to myself, and then voices started coming to me, like these little messages that were telling me to like heal. And so I didn't know exactly what that meant, but what I realized is that in order to heal and grow, you have to like let go of a lot of stuff. And you have to like let go of a lot of stuff in order to grow. It's like a lot of mental, emotional, psychological stuff. And so for me, what that was being resentful because I didn't have a certain upbringing that I felt that made my life like more difficult when I became an adult. And the reason why I say this is because like all of my peers, well, not all of my peers, but the group of people that I was associating myself with, they had all these things handed to them, like a car and like all this kind of stuff. And so anyways, I had a really like challenging upbringing, you know, emotionally. Like, you know, my father wasn't there. I was raised by a single mom who, you know, she worked really hard to raise us. And now I have so much more respect for my mother because I'm a single mom, and I realize like how it has its challenges. And so anyways, I was at that point where I was young enough to not understand a lot of things, but I was becoming of age to start like accepting reality and understanding that if I wanted to make a different reality, in the sense of like create a lifestyle that was not built on what was handed to me, but instead what was built on what was not handed to me, I wanted to create a lifestyle where I could prove to other single moms, woo, out there. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. I'm like trying to keep my fire alive. So if you see that every couple minutes, that's me like bringing the heat. Okay, so anyways, I learned in this college course, okay, and this is what also aided to my healing, all right, was that in life you have to choose whether or not you're going to be a creator or a victim. Most of us were victims, and we are victimized by different things that have happened in our life, whether it's, most of the time it's from our parents, and then it comes from like our boyfriends and spouses, and and other close family members and stuff like that. And so anyways, if someone has done something to you, or if there was a lack of something, and if you're living in this victim state, you won't go anywhere, you won't go far. You'll be carrying this mentality for a long time, where you feel like somebody owes you something, and you will be feeling just like really sad and depressed, and just like in this victim mentality, and you can't grow if you stay in the victim state. You have to come on over to a creative state, a person that creates opportunities and possibilities for yourself, and realizes that you are not everything that you been through, that you believe that was holding you back, because actually all those things were building you up to make you the strong individual that you are today, that is going to grow and prosper farther than you even imagined, because you were equipped and you were built to like handle so much. And so that was my experience. Like, I was raised by a really strong single mom who didn't put up with no crap. And so I think that's why I can like live like that too, because a lot of people consider me as courageous, and I think that really comes from just watching my mother, like, do whatever it takes to like raise her children, and she ain't put up with no crap. So anyways, that meant that I had to like understand that there's things that are beyond my control and beyond my understanding. My mom's online, she says, was I too overprotective? That's a good question. Looking back, I feel, okay, this is so funny, y'all. Y'all got my mom on here. This is really special. Okay, so was my mom too overprotective? Growing up, I thought she was. Now that I'm adult, looking back, I'm like, no, because unfortunately, the few times that my mom did like let me out the house, like, something bad happened almost every time. Like, I got bit by a dog, that happened, or like, I witnessed some really stupid stuff, with the people that, I mean, it was just like, so was my mom overprotective? I don't think so, because the neighborhood that we were brought into, like, my mom, she always considered all the neighbors to be like crazy, but the reality is they all thought my mom was crazy, and I don't know if she was acting like she was crazy all the time so the people wouldn't like bother her, because my mom, even though people thought she was crazy, everybody always had a crush on my mom. Like, they always wanted to, just see what she got going on and this and that. And my mom had it going on, in the neighborhood, compared to like, a lot of other stuff that people were on, with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. Like, my mom had, we were raised like, it was like tough love growing up, seriously. But my mom was never on drugs. She was never on alcohol or anything like that. And so I think also because of this is why, and my mom and I were talking about this recently, why all of my siblings, I'm the oldest of 7, like, no one's ever been to jail. No one has been, abusing alcohol, drugs, or anything like that, because I think it's because, well, I shouldn't say just because we haven't witnessed that, because there's plenty of people that haven't witnessed that, and, and that's what their life turned into. And I don't mean to judge by any means, but, observing my mother has really taught me, like, how to be strong and also how to love unconditionally, because even though, we weren't allowed or able to do a lot of stuff because my mom didn't have, like, all the money in the world, she still always kept us safe. Like, we were always safe, like, no matter what. Ooh, Jesus. Okay, sorry. And so, Mom, I can't believe you on my video. This is so crazy. Who else is on this feed? Somebody says mom's intuition. Okay, so, all right, so moving right along here in this video, while I'm talking about this, I want to talk about an experience that I had with my dad, my late father that passed away, oh my goodness, almost 2 years ago, as of May 26th. So I want to talk about the healing that came from that relationship, because my father was not in my life. Like, I saw him like maybe once or twice a year. And when I was younger, this is one of the things that I used to resent my mother for, is you know, I wasn't allowed to see my dad a lot. And my dad would make a lot of false promises about doing this and taking me here and this and that. And like, my mom would pretty much always tell me, like, don't believe him. And I hated when she would tell me that. But then I realized that there was so much truth to that. And so anyways, as I got older, I learned and understood more and more why my mother did not want me around my father that much, because even the few times that we did, or I did spend time with him, Mom, you so funny. You know, it just was not like a very like emotionally healthy experience. Right, someone says she was protecting your heart. I get it. I totally get it, and I absolutely agree. And so growing up, oh my goodness, my fire is kind of going out. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like multitask like crazy. Okay, so, woo, Jesus. Okay, sorry, look what I'm doing for y'all. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm like over here getting smoked out. It's not, wait, I got a light. Oh my goodness. I'm going through a lot. Okay, hold on. I'm getting smoked out, trying to get, man, you guys are getting the unedited. Okay, there we go. Okay, is that better, guys? Is that better? All right, let me get comfortable here. Okay, all right, I think I'm comfortable. Okay. So anyways, the relationship that I had with my father, if most people that are watching this, if anybody can relate, please comment and let me know. But I had a lot of resentment growing up. And no matter what, I always still try to build a relationship with my father despite the resentment. But it always was like a really painful experience, because like, he stayed in the victim role, unfortunately. He tried really, 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 really hard to get out of it. But like, every time I would talk to him, it would just go back to like the same stuff. And then he kind of started to project like his anger or his frustration of like my mom leaving him, which I'm glad she did. You know, he would try to project that frustration out on me. So there was all this resentment. And anyway, it got to the point in my life where I realized I had to let that go. I had to learn that what's hers is hers, what's his is not mine. And that, sorry, Chili, my dog's like barking. I had to realize that, like, you don't have to agree with how someone lives or what they do or what they believe in order to get along, in order to like forgive them. You don't have to agree with everything that they do. You literally can just release all anger, resentment, and just judgment and everything, and love them unconditionally for the mistakes that they've made in the past, for the mistakes that they'll make in the future, to just like whatever it is. Even if this person is unwilling to cooperate with you, like, and build a beautiful relationship with you, you still can forgive them without them even like being in your life, or without them even knowing. It's important to forgive people for yourself, because in order to have pure happiness and freedom, you really have to be a forgiving person. Because anybody that you don't forgive, it's like you carry this little poison in your heart. And when like stuff hits the fan, it like takes over everything that you're trying to do and accomplish in this lifetime. So it's so important My mom is on here writing to y'all. She's a Rough Rider Cyclone. She she's answered. She said, "I favor my dad, but I have the heart of her." Yeah. So what I think is really cool is the older we. You guys ever realize that the older you get, you start to see your mom and your dad like more when you look in the mirror. So that's me. Like when I look in the mirror, a lot of times I see my dad. Or when I laugh sometimes, like I hear my dad. Or when I look at pictures, like I see my mom. Or when I think about like why I am the way I am, I can like I get it. Like I have these cool attributes from both of my parents, and I could not be more like happy and proud because like my dad was always really humorous. I mean, even when it was inappropriate, but because of him, like I think that's why I could just find humor in everything and just like people I found that people have a hard time staying mad at me usually, like unless they're just crazy and just want to be angry. Let me Chili's stuck. I need to like get him, y'all. Unless they just want to be angry, chances are I could probably make them laugh. Come here, Chili. What are you doing? Chili's stuck. Hold on one second, guys. I'm like trying to get Chili because he's like stuck over here. But come here, Chili Beans. Come here, come sit with me. Oh wow. Okay, that was fast. Okay. Hey guys, Chili's here. Ooh, the smoke is in my face. You guys see Chili? So so anyways, this video is all over the place, y'all. But this is fun because you guys are online. Hi, Chili Bear. Hi, my little choo 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 choo. But really, yeah. So I really want to inspire. I want to encourage anybody that's on this video. Don't leave me yet, okay? I'm gonna be on here for I don't know, maybe a couple more minutes, but I just want to say this. So, and this is really cool. I just can't believe it, Mom, that you're online. This is really amazing. So, I just want to say this. I don't care what's happened between you and your parents, no matter who you are, no matter what they've done to you. I don't care how bad it is or it seems. Let me tell you, number one, we all have our perception of what's bad and what's not because we give it a certain meaning. And then there's plain old things that are just like not good. But what I've learned from being a parent is like it's hard. Okay, it's hard. We make mistakes. It has its challenges, and honestly it sucks, but raising a human is like a big old experiment. And and so anyway, look, whatever's happened to you in your past, you don't realize it, but the way that you look at your relationship with your mother and your father really decides how you treat everyone in your life and how you approach life. If you have a good attitude towards like the relationship with your mother and your father, I'm telling you, if you go through a healing process and you forgive and you love unconditionally, I'm telling you, this is the key to bouncing back from being angry, depressed, mad, sad, resentful, whatever. Like, this is the key to not only bouncing back, but to also like experiencing a pure level of joy and excitement in your life. One where you will get to the point where challenging times will happen. You will face adversity, and I promise you, like it'll roll off you more because like you have this level of understanding and forgiveness that you realize that what people show you is really a reflection of how they feel about themselves, not so much of like how they see you. Okay, and how they see you also does not define or decide your worth. You see, that's, I'm telling you, literally, how they see you does not define or decide your wealth. You have to believe this. You have to trust the process, and also consider that sometimes when people do communicate with us, they're giving us a reflection of how we treat them. That's another thing to be mindful of. But no matter what, the bottom line is this. If you're watching this video right now, okay, we're all quarantined And this is a time in your life where you're gonna have so much more time to yourself, or to think, or to really just accept your reality. Like, there will never be another time like this, where like the whole world stops and everything is all about you, where you literally feel like you're almost the only human in the planet, and you're just like watching a movie. Because this is what it feels like right now, like a long drawn out movie. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I'm in a movie, a nightmare. Like, one minute I feel like I'm in a nightmare, one minute I feel like I'm just in a really adventurous movie, and another moment I feel like I'm in a video game. Like, serious, I was telling my mom the other day, I said everybody's wearing masks, and it just feels like Mortal Kombat. Like, every time I look at people, they look like characters in the Mortal Kombat game. And so anyways, what I want you guys to do during this time is to do some journaling and make a list of like anybody in your life that has ever hurt you. And I want you to like take some time out to look at that name, close your eyes, think about that person who you felt pain from. And I want you to like, don't spend too much time thinking about the bad times, because that's what's going to come up first, okay? I want you to like think about those and work your way through the emotions. You might start crying, you might be angry, you might just, things are just going to come to the surface. But I want you to feel these emotions, because many of us have not had a chance to like bring those emotions to the surface and actually like deal with them, right? Sometimes people get so busy and they just bury them. I want you to bring them to the surface. I want you to move through them. And then I want you to think about the good times that you've had with these individuals. Think about anything that made you happy, made you laugh, or just any good experiences. I want you to think about those good experiences, and I want you to hold them. Just hold them, hold them, hold them. Like, literally hold that moment. And then I want you to think about how everybody is going through something, and you don't know who has hurt this person in a way that this person has been moving and operating in more fear than in love, than in love. And so I want you to understand that there is no perfect person. There is no person that has it all together. We all go through the same emotions. I don't care if you've never been through what this person hasn't been through. We all feel the same emotions. So it's important to, understand that if you can go and grow through life without taking so much so personal, and it's hard, it's really, really hard. But if you can at least do this, you'll end up building this beautiful shield around you that will help protect your spirit or help you heal faster, because you just have a whole heart. And what I learned is that it's important to do this healing work, because like if you don't, like, hurting people hurts more people. Give this video a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. And so I don't know anybody that's never been hurt before. I know a lot of people that's never dealt with their hurt, or they expect other people to deal with their hurt and feel it. But no, healing is your responsibility, okay? And it is the fastest way to sure growth. It is the fastest way to happiness. It is the fastest way to creating the dreams that you literally keep thinking about and keep planning, but you haven't reached that because you're not taking enough action, or because you haven't healed in certain areas of your life, because that area of your life needs attention. Now is the time to give it attention. So I'm going on a little tangent. Give this video a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to stay on here like 7 more minutes. That way I can make it a solid 30 minutes. I just washed my hair, feeling good. So anyways, before I keep blabbing, I really just want to take the time out to read some comments and see what you guys are talking about. If anybody has any questions or any stories or anything, now is the time just to really just try to learn from this process. Try to get something out of it. Like, there is a silver lining. And I know that nobody wants to hear that about this whole like pandemic thing, but I promise you that like we will get through this. You will be, a year from now, you will be looking back at all of this, laughing at all the things that you had to do to survive. Like, a year from now, you'll be thinking like, wow, my has life changed a lot, for better or for worse. I'm telling you, everything that happens is going to shape you and prepare you for something so great ahead, up ahead, but only if you choose to embrace this time now, heal, and then also understand that like you need to believe in what's possible for you, and that there are no limitations in life. As long as you're on this life and as long as you're still living, there's like, you can literally accomplish whatever it is that you want to do, and that you just have to define and decide what that reality is going to be for you. You know, whatever reality makes you happy, you literally can work towards this. Like, you don't have to stay in Stuckville. You don't have to stay in a corporate job that you don't like, or any job that you don't like. You don't have to live in the same place. You don't have to have the same relationships that have been giving you so much stress and toxicity in your life. You know, these relationships that you're afraid to leave because you're afraid to be alone. You don't have to stay in these relationships. You truly can like let go of toxic things and people that aren't serving you, and like create a healthy environment. Hey guys, can you still see me? My signal is cutting out. So anyways, atmospheres, y'all. Atmospheres. What I've learned is that money is important, but it doesn't matter if you are not in the space that can like help you be creative and help you cleanse and help you like laugh and just dance and just be healthy. Like, you have to cleanse your mentality, you have to cleanse your environment. You know, there's a whole process that you can go through, and that you got enough time to do. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys, if everybody would have started the healing process, like the process of taking like massive action to truly like heal the areas in your life that need attention, if we would have all started this process, like, and had this awareness that this is what we needed to do when the quarantine stuff first started, we'd already be halfway through it. Okay? We'd already be halfway through it. But it's not too late. So, you know, I don't know who I'm talking to or who I'm speaking to directly when making this video. And I know this video, to me, it feels like it's just kind of all over the place, because all I know is that sometimes in life we got to do things that don't even make sense to us right away. But if we don't do them, like, our spirit will suffer. And the why, or the reason why, you know, the reason why we are doing that thing and that we just do it anyway, if we're doing it without understanding why, the why will reveal itself later. Okay, so it's important to just do it. And if anywhere in your lifetime, if you're practicing discernment, and you're like, what should I do? And you're meditating on it, you're praying on it, you're writing about it, and you get that like message of what you're supposed to do, but it kind of doesn't make sense all the way, or you just do it anyway, because I'm telling you, you don't need to understand everything in order to move forward. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to trust the process and do whatever's best for your spirit. And no matter what, you cannot go wrong with healing and with letting go of stuff and being really clear about what it is that you want. Because what's so crazy is that we're so certain about what it is that we don't want, but we don't know enough what we do want. Okay? So whatever we focus our attention on like the most, which is often what we don't want, that's what we get more of, what we don't want. So I want everybody that's following my journey, all of us, including myself, let's all focus more on what we do want, so that we can get more of that. Because I'm telling you, if you focus more on what you want, more of that will come into like your atmosphere. You'll start noticing things like literally internally and like physically, you know, emotionally, everything. You'll just notice that your life will create a new language, and you'll just like, you'll be speaking and living a different way before you know it. And that all comes from like knowing what you want, you know, being aware, tuning into all those things that are tapping into your industry and embracing them, stepping into this uncertainty, being okay with it, going through all these uncomfortable emotions, not shrinking back. Okay, like literally being like, okay, I'm unfamiliar with this, I don't know how to do this, like trying something new, speaking to somebody that you never spoke to before, where you have nothing in common with them, apologizing to people that you once felt don't even owe an apology, like just letting your guard down and keeping it real, and just like communicating with people from your heart instead of like with fear. Like communicating with people with more love than with fear is like a huge game changer. I'm telling you, if before you make any decisions, if you ask yourself, like, am I making this decision out of love, or if I'm making this decision out of fear, oh my goodness, you will save yourself so much time and stress, because you really only want to make decisions out of love. If it's out of fear, you don't make any decisions. Okay, so every decision that you make, you really can take a moment, even if it's like 3 or 10 seconds, take a moment to ask yourself, am I making this decision out of love or out of fear? Because no healthy decisions or results are going to come from making decisions out of fear. Like, even if it means leaving a bad relationship, if you're leaving a bad relationship even in fear, then what happens is you're going to attract another bad relationship. But if you leave a relationship out of love, it's because you love yourself. You have a lot of self-love, and then you also love the person that you're with enough to realize that they're going through their own healing journey, and that you are not the person to continue on this journey with them, and that there's somebody else that is waiting to receive that person that you need to let go of. You see how that works? So so anyways, my mom on here steady chiming in. My mom said peace of mind is the golden key. I agree, Mom. I absolutely agree. I said I was going to stop at 30 minutes and I haven't yet. Okay, so this is so funny, Mom. I'm so happy you chimed in. So, okay, so here's the thing. Carter turned off his light. I don't know if he's trying to tell me he ready to go to bed or what, but I do need to get ready to put my son to sleep. But before I go, I do want to say that for anybody on here that is watching our videos, whether you're sharing them, liking them, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed my gabbing, because I just be like, does that make sense? Gabbing? I have the gift of the gab, but I don't think gabbing makes sense. But anyways, you get me. If you've ever taken the time out to purchase any of our merchandise, or if you would like to purchase any of our merchandise, I want to thank you in advance. I'm going to share the links to those in this video, in the description, should I say. And just know that we appreciate your support, all of your contributions, whether they be by supporting our merchandise, sharing our videos, spreading the word of mouth, watching our YouTube videos, and not skipping the ads. Every little bit goes a long way, and it helps us to continue to create and, really work on just providing value to people in a way that's going to uplift them and help them create their own definition of success, so that they can be happy, so that they can be healed, have so much adventure, and truly experience a level of happiness that they once thought that they would never achieve, or that they once may have thought that they left or lost. And I've been there before. A year ago, I literally lost a part of happiness that I thought was an age thing. Like, I was afraid that I would never get it back because I was in a really unhappy situation, but I freed myself from it. So anyways, just know that I love you guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. Shout out to everyone also who watched this video and you were not watching me live. You've got a great attention span. But anyways, this is Bionca and Chili. The Chili's right here. We are signing out. And until next time, promise to prosper no matter what. Make sure you guys keep dancing through the mess of success. Dance through the mess of success and trust the process. All right, guys. Bye.